All right. Good morning. Good morning, guys. What's happening? Happy Wednesday, the 6th of May. What is going on? How you guys doing today? A little bit rainy up here in northern Maine. I should just start saying here because this is where we live now. Shoot. What's happening? We got Cooper, the plumber, is here today making things happen. He's been great. Nice to interact with a quality tradesman and subcontractor. It's been a great experience so far. So shout out to him. And he said he was going to try to be quiet during this, but I told him to just keep on trucking. Yeah, he's closing the door. So I think it opens back up on its own anyway. Yeah, what's happening, guys? Who's in? Yeah, good morning, Rick. Good morning, Wendy. Wendy beat you guys in this morning. Getting all sappy on me. Well, I had to scurry a little bit this morning to put a new floor in the base, bottom in the base of the sink cabinet. So Cooper could do his work and get out of his way, but he's been great. Got a bunch of stuff done for us and got us so we can move forward with everything we're doing. Good morning, Jameson. How are you? Jess Novak is here. Good to see you guys. We got Florida, Maine, Florida again. Good morning again, Dave Brackett. I was just giving him a hard time over text, which I normally do sometime during the week. It's sporting. So, yeah, morning, Dad. What's happening? Good to see you guys. Yeah, slept well last night after lifting those pressure-treated 2x10 by 16s and 12s. And, yeah, yeah, it was the Ironman edition tractor. I showed Dave I had a little magnet, an Ironman magnet, finisher magnet. So I went out and videoed the tractor, and I said, hey, I hadn't shown you this tractor yet. And I said, then I focused on the emblem, and I said, I was surprised they had this one left that was an Ironman limited edition. So, I mean, I had to get it. Yeah. Let him right down the path. So, yeah, I'm always messing with him. So, anyway, good morning, Rachel from Wisconsin. You guys got for weather out there these days? It's warming up here. It was 71 when I got in the Jeep to go home last night at 6. And it was holding strong. So a good warm day yesterday. We're getting into some warmer weather. On and off wet for the next several days, but whatever. It's all good. It can change in a New York minute, as they say. Especially where we are around the mountains. So things can change actually pretty quickly. So anyway, kind of rocking and rolling this morning. Had to get over here early to open up and make sure Cooper could get in. What a breath of fresh air. Somebody likes to start at 7 a.m. It's awesome. And he goes right at it. There isn't any standing around, no BSing or anything like that. Dude's out straight out working. So I love it. So anyway, I want to talk today about raising your floor, not your ceiling. Okay. Your life is not determined by your best days. Oddly enough, it's determined by your worst ones. You think about it. Think about where you've had the most growth. It's not when you've just had the best day and knocked it out of the park. It's probably when you struggled, right? Hey, keep it down, Cooper. Rachel, we had 76 on Monday, 35 now. Yeah, sounds like Maine. You guys are like the other Maine. So yeah, most people are focused on like raising their ceiling. And if you think about it, if you raise your floor, then you can kind of push on the roof, push on the ceiling a little bit. So over the years, like through business and whether it was endurance racing or running or whatever, coaching, all of it, I've realized some things. I see people crash, and I've had times when I've just crashed, right? But the people that win long term aren't the people that occasionally go all in, right? They're the people that are figured out how to stop crashing. They figured out how to. I was reading in Atomic Habits this morning, how just like almost like mastering the mundane. Like at some point, you got to just get comfortable with it being boring. Like they use he used the example of a bodybuilder, right? Do you think they're just super excited to go in the gym every day, doing their thing, the same stuff all the time? No, they've just mastered the mundane. They just get good at getting through the boring stuff, right? But most people live in the extremes, the extreme highs or the extreme lows. Like, hey, super motivated for Monday. Let's go. New week, fresh start. Let's do it. Or they come back from an event. They're super fired up. They crush it for 3 or 4 days. And then they disappear. They stop following up. Or they stop training. They stop executing. Then they just restart. And it's the same thing all over again. And again. And again. And again. You don't need more peak performance, guys. All right. You just need fewer collapse days, fewer days where you're just saying, wow, I've been going really hard lately. Man, I deserve a break. You don't need a giant sales week. You just need consistent follow-up every day. Just keep doing the little things right. I mean, Cooper's within earshot right now, and I'll share something that he said the other day, which was, I just focus on showing up, doing what I say I'm going to do, and do a good job and do work that I'm proud of. And I said, dude, you're going to have work all the time. You'll always be busy. And he is. Okay. So you don't need that big $100,000 sale. Just keep, that home run. Just keep hitting singles up the middle. Okay. From a health standpoint, 75 hard is great, but you don't need a 75-day perfect stretch. You just need to stop disappearing for the 3 weeks after that. Right. You don't need, like on the business side or the leadership side, you don't need that one great heroic leadership moment. You just need to lead consistently and be a leader that your team can trust. Okay. High performers understand something most people don't. Winning isn't about your highest highs. Okay. It's about raising your minimum standard. Right. And it's, somebody told me, I was talking to Zach yesterday while we were doing the deck, and Wendy was hell-bent on getting some of the junk out of here down to the dump, but she didn't want to take the trailer because she hadn't done that before. So she was stuffing these mattresses in the back of her Jeep. And I said to Zach, I said, man, she gets something stuck in her craw, she's going to do it. It's going to get done. He's like, and he said to me, he goes, have you met you? And I said, oh, yeah, right. Yeah. He goes, I don't think you've ever taken no for an answer. Well, I might take no for an answer, but I'm also going to say, how can we turn it into a yes? Okay. Ben, you know what time we start. You got to get here at 8, buddy. This is unacceptable. Somebody tell Ben what time we start, please. The timekeeper was late. Yeah. The floor is your identity, guys. The floor is your identity, not the ceiling. The ceiling is just your potential. All right. So be honest. Where in your life do you keep bouncing between extremes? The way high and the way low. Anybody? Where is it? Whether it's, hey, I start a new diet, or I start a new fitness, or I start a new business, or I get excited about, I don't know, I'm going to do some online affiliate marketing, whatever it is, and then it cools off. And the bloom comes off the rose, and it's not quite as exciting. And this is why you may end up feeling exhausted. Okay? Because you keep relying on intensity instead of consistency. All right. Build the consistency. I was talking to Zach yesterday. He goes, it's all great, consistency. But when you're struggling and you don't know what to do, and somebody says, oh, just keep being consistent. So I'm like, yeah, you got a point there. So good morning, Josh Baker. How are you? Yeah. So Bubba was taking you away from the call. Yeah, I don't believe it. Just focused on plugging away on projects this morning. Well, good for you, man. That means you're up early because you guys are an hour behind us, right? Love it. Keep that intensity. All right. So imagine if instead of trying to be perfect, you just stopped going backwards. You just stopped taking that backward 3 steps after that one big giant leap. What if your new standard was simply, hey, I'm going to do 10 follow-ups every single day. I'm going to do a 30-minute walk or a 30-minute workout every day, no matter what. 15 minutes of planning every night. I'm going to plan my next day. Nothing heroic, right? It's not heroic, just consistent. And that's what I'm talking about. Just laying down some tracks, laying down some consistency. I was looking back through my book this morning, and since I get back from Utah, I've journaled every day, done my floor, my exercises every day for my back, and checked all these KPIs I've hit. Some I missed, but I'm tracking it so I can see where the gaps are, and just modeling some consistency for myself because I felt like I needed it. Okay, and that's where most people fail, guys. They don't track it. Stacy will tell you when I've worked with her on the nutrition side, she's like, "You got to track." I'm like, "I don't want to track. Can't make me." She's like, "You got to track. You got to track." And because if you can track it, you can measure it, or if you can, how do it is, then you can analyze it. If you can analyze it, you can improve it, whatever the saying is. Yeah. Ben, I only do heroics. Oh, shoot. Some of you guys work your best magic when you're fighting your way out of the corner. I know this to be true. Yeah, they don't track, and then they don't stay accountable. And eventually, like, emotions take over, and now we're pissed off, or we hate our job, or we're not hitting it on all 8 cylinders. We're not showing up well at work. We're not showing up well at home. Okay, and then that term of work-life balance comes into play, right? Okay. That consistency is hard alone, guys. All right. This is where I bridge into selling you on my Edge Live program. So if you want to, you can leave. Ben says we've been trying to track better. It's so painful when things are busy, but so helpful to allow us to see where things are actually breaking down. Yeah, that's what it's hardest. That's the first thing that goes out the window. I remember when I tried to institute a project manager, a production meeting every day. And it was like, oh, well, I got an inspection. I got to do this. I got a meeting. Nobody made it important. And we didn't make it like church. And it didn't happen, right? Looking back, poor leadership. Yeah, not a problem if you just don't show. Sometimes the last word on the comment, until somebody makes another comment, I don't see it. Show up. Yeah, for sure. What was I going to say? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here. I hope some of this was impactful. It made you think a little bit about raising the floor, not the ceiling. Okay, if you raise the floor, you can kind of figuratively push up on the ceiling. Okay, and that consistency I was talking about is hard alone. Okay, because nobody notices when your standards start slipping, right? Or hey, I might notice that Dave's put on a few pounds and he doesn't want. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't say anything, right? So there's not any accountability there, right? So inside our Edge Live community, Zach Clark just joined last night, so we're happy to have Zach. We focus on raising the floor, all right? Not fake hype, not pats on the back. Hey, doing a great job, hit it hard. Not temporary motivation, okay? Real standards, real consistency, real accountability. That's the stuff that actually changes your life. You're getting in the room. I don't know if you guys noticed what Bubba was doing yesterday. He's in a private jet flying with 4 or 5 other people. And his comment was, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? And here he is flying with Coach Michael Burt and Jacob Salem and other guys that are operating at a high level. He's in the game. He's in the room. And he didn't just decide that was going to happen 3 months ago. He's been working on that for years and going all in on himself. Okay. That's the stuff that actually changes your life. Okay, so this has been day 7 of our series. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if this series is exposing some things right now for you, good. I hope so. That's why we do it. Because tomorrow we're going to talk about something that's quietly destroying your standards, what you tolerate. It's often said that what we are not changing, we're choosing. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you guys have a fantastic day today. I'm going to go tell Cooper what to do, like I know how to do plumbing, and see if I can piss him off. I'm just kidding. He's probably got his head under the sink, just shaking it right now. So, guys, we're having fun with the remodel. We got the deck built yesterday, framed up and posts on. Zach was a huge help. I noticed those pressure-treated, wet pressure-treated 2x10x16s are a little heavier than they used to be. I picked one up. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long day, because I was the monkey. So, but Zach crushed it. Drove all the way up from Southern Maine to help me for the day. So couldn't be more grateful. Jamie Moeller, good to see you. Miss you guys. Yeah. Ben, I've been getting a ton of newly minted coaches messaging me lately. Bob is the real deal for anyone wanting to reach their summit faster and has the results to show for it. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, speaking of consistency, I think today is day 496, 7, 8, 9. I think Sunday is day 500, so that's going to be cool. Started out trying to do 365 days in a row. And we just kept the foot on the gas. So I appreciate that. And, you know, I can't get on here and preach consistency and not be doing what I say I'm going to do every single day. So we're putting the pieces of the puzzle together over here. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you jumping on every day. You guys that share this out, thank you. Share it, send it in a DM, and hit me up if you need me for anything. Happy to give you some of my time. Dave, thanks for being here. Good luck in your race this weekend. Dave's doing a half Ironman race, 70.3. And he'll be the first to tell you he's not coming to it in the peak condition that we used to operate in, but he's going and he's going to enjoy the day, and he's done the training and he's going to have himself a good day. So mad respect for you, Dave, on that. Don't get hurt. Take it real easy. And, you know that slow and steady wins that race. What is it saying? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So bring the experience. they'll know you're experienced anyway when they see that white hair. So, I'm chasing you. So anyway, guys, hope you have a great day. I love y'all. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same station. We got some things to do around here. All right, take care, guys. We'll see you later.